Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Guys, it's Francis Undead. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I would like to share with you guys something that I managed to pick up and learn by living with grandparents and my parents, of course. They just my parents they came back from America to China, and quite a coincidence that my Australian visa expired by the time they got here. So since the beginning of the infamous Chinese New Year, I have been living with them for a couple of months. Well, not exactly a couple of months, but for the very first month, for the since the beginning of the very first week of the lunar Chinese New Year, I lived with my parents in the old apartment for like a couple of days, and things got a little bit tense since I got quite upset, by the hygienic conditions of of the apartment, and I just made some probably harsh judgment against my mom's personal hygiene, and I complained about the floors, the walls, the colors on the walls got faded, got it just got quite warmed out, and it looks nasty. So does the toilet. Now I have no idea if she had cleaned it, but it's still haunts me in my dream, and let's just say that I'm a terrible son that who is incapable of giving spaces to one another between myself and my parents. However, surprisingly, I get along with my grandma, pretty well. I don't know if it also happens to be a coincidence or not, or whatnot, because now I have realized the fact that it's crucial, it's essential, it's just paramount, to let's say to go back to your hometown, to go back to where you were born, and examine what you have managed to grasp, what you have lost. Just give a brief but systematic review of your life from time to time, and you will certainly discover the truth and the principles of living a fruitful and abundant life. Although not necessarily wealthy, but you will find your life quite content and abundant once you take some time to spend with your grandparents and parents, from time to time. it is just crucial. It is, you know, it is you just have to do it, and it just doesn't matter if you get along with them. Say if you if you can get along with them pretty well or pretty terribly, but it's you have to mark the fact that they love you, although probably in a way that uh, can seem harsh, can seem can seem too difficult to tolerate. Still, I have to. I suppose I really do have to thank God that thank God that my Aussie visa expired, and I've got the opportunity, to repay a visit to China and to Singapore and yes, next month I will be visiting Hong Kong and Taiwan, seeing my relatives, and have some sightseeing, and trying to recover and regain my sense of direction. As you can see it, that I am feeling quite disoriented and lost with what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. So now that I can see that I do still carry lots of purposes that have yet been fulfilled, such as looking after my grandmom. Just a couple of years ago, she got hit by a underage kid, probably just around 12 years old or 13 years old, and he was just too young to be held legally liable for my grandmom's injury, and so my dad just let him go, and considering the fact that that boy has he had quite modest financial condition in his family. So my yes so I can tell you for almost I can tell you with almost absolute certainty that my parents are compassionate, and although sometimes they are demanding, they simply fail to understand the the inner fire within his son's heart. So but however, now I am trying. At least I'm trying. To reach the the consensus between my parents and me. You know. So let's just hope that God can, God is still with me, and I can work this thing out eventually. And and of course, and also please, let's hope that God can retake control of my orientation, of my sense of orientation in my life. So today it's been quite quite unproductive, because my thoughts, my current mentality has rendered my my actions, my mindset quite counterproductive. So as you can see here, no matter no matter where where you are or what you are doing, what dictates your current path, your future path, is the thoughts you are holding. It's the inner fire that dwells inside your mind. That's the my daily revelation for today, as well as my confession. So thank you guys for watching, and please feel free to leave your comment, leave your feedbacks, leave your criticism, leave your you can be sarcastic, accusing, satisfied, content, whichever path you choose. You are the most awesome being in this entire cosmos. So thank you for watching again, and I shall see you on my next daily confession and revelation. Peace out. Have a great night.